All right, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good
Night, good
night.
night.
And welcome to Ireland fans. Tonight, I have with me the one and only. Of course, it's been like this a couple weeks now. Free Danny, and I'm guessing this name is not going to change. Okay, don't like Danny Vanderbeek getting any game at all. We have back with us again after his Jamal had a very long international break. Jamal is back with us again. We have Moy fresh off of I won't even say it's a big win on the weekend, but just a win on the weekend. And we have Sukwa, the Blues. And he probably singing the Blues. Yes, he on top, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you wanted that 3 points from the weekend. Fellas, what's good?
Yep.
Good.
We all good?
Everybody good.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody good. All right, let me just jump straight into it and look at the fantasy because I mean, from myself, I'm down at seventh in this league. Memphis leading the other set of players.
The other set of
Um,
players.
So
that's
best
weird
of
enough.
us.
Best to the rest. I'm trying to. I mean, more is in 35th. I think Memphis is higher than that. I'm looking for Memphis, and I can't find him. Memphis, where are you?
30th, bro.
30th. Oh yeah. Here we go. He's 30th. Yeah, 66 points. That was good. That was a good weekend. And then we have
Yeah.
our champion over here, Sukwa. He is down in sixth. He's down in sixth.
Yeah.
He's
6.
5 points ahead of me. And our good old Jamal, he is where now? I think we said he was 13,
Mid-table.
Jamal was just in front
37.
of me.
37.
37.
Oh, wow.
Right, there we go, 37. He got 48 points this week. But it's still early days. That was just match week 11. So you got to go through a couple more. Well, like what's that? 27? 27 more match days.
Yep.
And we'll see where it goes. My favorite person to win this all is Christoph, and he's in second place, but he's 50 points behind of
Points. Yeah.
Netflix and Chilwell, who doesn't see him, who doesn't seem like he's going to give up this lead.
No.
He's been doing very well. Wait, the two of them got the
man.
same amount of points this week. Netflix and Chilwell and Christoph. I'm gonna check see if they have the same team.
Copy.
That's strange.
Well,
You and your
both of the keepers.
competition
Both
get
of the
the same
keepers.
amount of points or no? Yeah, but that's what it is. That's what it is. We
And you know
we
Netflix have like
we
about
move.
26 points on
We
his
move.
bench.
20.
26 points on
I'm
his bench.
seeing that. DSN still on
That's
my bench.
crazy.
DSN still on his bench.
Boy.
But all right, guys. We have weeks here. Weeks saying good night. Good night. Wait. Only make Josh go crazy. Long time ministry. Long time ministry, Josh. Yeah, the man look for Josh, boy. O'Neal, he did play for Josh. Play for Josh. Play for Josh indeed. Play for Josh
APB
indeed.
out and Josh.
Check in. Is it? You have a check in. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get to it. What would be your goal of the weekend? What would be your goal of the weekend? Let's start with Memphis. We come around. Go in that order.
No life tell you, right? After the night game, you know what? No other kind of football.
Yo, Memphis, it be like that sometimes. It just be like that sometimes. But didn't get okay. I'll throw mine in. Didn't you get to see the Harvey Barnes goal?
And the
Oh yes.
Them
Yeah.
are kick-
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes. That would be my goal of the weekend. That'll be mine. But Jamal, we see you.
I would say Harvey Barnes as well, but
Mhm.
West Ham scored some pretty good goals as well, pressuring the goalkeeper.
Yo,
But
that
Trent's
Zuma
free
goal
kick-
boy. I love that.
Yeah, Zuma's
Yeah.
goal was
Zuma's
good,
goal.
but Trent's free kick was pretty good as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, that's that.
It's a tough pick to choose from, but I'd go with Harvey Barnes again. That goal was
Mhm.
astonishing.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes. And just for the fact that there was 10 seconds after Rafinha scored his free kick.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
after the kick off.
Mhm.
Moy, what do you think?
Harvey Barnes, I think,
Harvey
notable
Barnes.
mention to Rafinha's. Is a free kick Rafinha scored?
Yeah. Free kick
Yeah,
Rafinha had.
That one was
Yeah.
good too.
That was not
and
good.
then Harvey Barnes went and scored right after.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even
Harvey
Bernardo
Barnes.
Silva-
When
Bernardo
you said,
Silva's goal.
can you agree?
Yeah. I would say Bonds. Let's try to
Okay.
figure out
Jamal, what you were saying
there's
about
no game.
Bernardo Silva?
As in his goal was good. It wasn't much of individual play. It was more of a combination and lapse in
Right.
somebody's defense. But I
The
mean,
Englishman though.
to persist that much and to get a touch on it at the end, has to count for
Yeah.
something.
Hey, look, on the show on Saturday, I was telling them guys that I think that's De Gea should pick up some blame for that. Because if you look at it, De Gea was right on the post. And so I'm saying, I would probably agree with you, Jamal, because I'm thinking that he had a small area to score and he got it in.
He got that
You know what,
exact
Shaq?
area.
Shaq, you know what?
I
You're right.
I
It's De
agree.
Gea's fault for trusting his defense.
No. It's the entire team's fault. There was no pressure on the ball, and then everybody just ball watching.
You're
Even
right.
the game was probably ball watching at some point, and it was too late.
I agree. It's their fault because some people on the show just blame Edison for getting ball up near post. And the same thing happened to De Gea.
Yo, we trolling Allison this week. Leave the hell alone.
Yeah.
Allison give it all 3 goals.
We have a notable mention here, Memphis. Bailey versus City for goal of the
Yo,
weekend.
Phil Jones would be proud of that finish, you know.
Rafinha free kick and Harvey Barnes, or we were saying Trent free kick as well. All right, okay, guys. So I think we're saying basically the same thing. All right, let's go to now. What will be the game of the weekend? I think that would be the Liverpool West Ham.
Liverpool.
That's the only
Yeah, I
game that
agree,
had a
man.
bunch of goals.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So would you give also the team of the weekend to West Ham? I would.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, Norwich.
Yeah,
You give
Norwich,
Norwich?
At least they didn't let me down.
Okay, Norwich.
5 points as predicted.
I would give City.
All right. What you said?
I would
Give
give
City.
Manchester City.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, more.
Nil-
Tottenham versus
nil.
Everton.
And you're making it seem like that. Why Man City can't get it?
because
Yes. Little things like this.
I think there were better teams that performed against other teams over the weekend. United is nothing to beat at the moment.
Hey.
Everybody can beat United. That is it.
Well, we're
Well,
United
everybody-
on the table.
Everybody like to watch a training game, little fun.
Sometimes you have those games, isn't it, more?
Yeah.
Sometimes
United
you need those games. All right, so guys, let's go to now the player of the weekend. I'm torn. Yeah, y'all go. Let's start with Suku at the bottom. Who's your player of the weekend?
I probably want to believe Fornals.
You're
West
going
Ham.
for now.
I
Okay,
think he had an outstanding game against Liverpool. Yeah.
that's a good shout.
Mhm.
It's a good shout. Moy was a training session, relax. Yeah, Moy, what do you say?
Bernardo Silva.
Oh, it's a shout. It's a shout. Jamal, you look like you agree with Moy.
Yeah, I'd agree more than that.
You agree with Moy, Bernardo Silva, yeah?
Over
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Memphis, where you?
I'll give Conor Gallagher.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, I think Bernardo had a really good game, but
Mhm.
I'm looking too at Jared Bowen. I really
Yeah.
liked his performance today.
Yeah.
Really liked his performance. O'Neal is saying Bernardo Silva. Jalil is saying Rodri, and he's saying I feel Rodri work for City is going under the radar. He was really good this weekend again. I think that was Moy said that on the previous show, especially in big games. Moy has been crying for Rodri to be in the game, and so it is. So yeah, we hear it, Jalil. Go ahead, Moy.
I think Maitland-Niles deserves mention too. He had a very good game.
Yeah.
Got
Quality
man match
performance.
also.
I think Cancelo too. For City.
Yeah, I hear you, Sukwa. I mean, no, you see the game on Saturday, and we haven't gotten there yet. But the game on Saturday it seemed so easy, man. And a lot of people were saying, and I do agree with them, that this was probably more embarrassing defeat than the one for Liverpool because City didn't even make a sub. is that I heard Ferdinand saying
Yeah,
today
they play right
that
through. Yeah.
this was disrespectful. Like I don't even need to change things to beat you.
Mm.
That's what Ferdinand was saying. Look who we have here now. Will the real Portuguese please stand up? So Monchi, last question before we get into the game. Let me just ask you, what do you say based on your name? Would you say that Bernardo Silva is the player of the weekend?
Nah, Cancelo. Well,
Nigeria.
it's between to me. It's between Cancelo and Pablo Fornals.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
And
Fair enough.
and because I'll give Fornals because Fornals actually played a game. Cancelo was just practicing. So I'm gonna give
We hear,
Fornals.
we hear you, bro. We hear you, bro. Nathan Smith, you say night shot. Curtis said y'all might have ball on Friday. Yeah, every Friday is a possibility. I'm just waiting on word so I can tell everybody what's going on.
It's already approved. You could just go and play.
No, not
Oh, you meant
that
that
word.
that
The
oh,
other
okay,
word.
okay.
The other word. The other word. Nothing is
Cancel,
more
cancel.
embarrassing than the pool defeat. Nothing is more. That's what O'Neal is saying. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Southampton versus Aston Villa. The reason I'm touching on this game is because for me personally, I had Southampton going down when they sold, Vestergaard. They got a couple. They lost a couple of the players, so I had them going down, but they are doing very well. And if I could just check the table here, I am seeing Southampton, they're in 13th and they're making us a steady move up. All right, but then also Aston Villa fired their manager after this game. Guys, just give me your thoughts on whether you think the sacking was justified or not. Yeah, let's talk. Anybody?
Yeah. Well, they lost 5 on a bounce, so and I mean they're just 2 points off safety. So
2 points? Yeah.
yeah, I think they're on 10 points right now. Burnley occupies 18th on 8
Okay.
points. So
True. But let me throw this one in here. When you look at what he has done for Aston Villa, does that doesn't that come into play? No.
Yeah, I think I believe that to a certain extent. I just think he just had done by, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
He got
Let me
hard
just get
done
this one in, Jamal. It's about time Dean Smith gets sacked. Say he's a big fraud. All right, go ahead, Jamal.
Well, I disagree because I mean last season he's been doing well with them.
I agree.
Lost his big asset, and in order to progress as a football club, you need to keep your big players.
True.
Going into this season, I don't think the new players have gelled. Buendia and the like that they've spent on. Some of them were injured, so given the circumstances and the amount of time that they gave him, I think he was hard done by. And I mean, look, how do you put faith in a manager after he's kept you up, and then because it was 2 seasons ago he kept them up, and then a mid-table finish last season, sold his best player, and then tell him, okay, now you have to figure out what you need to do with these players, and some of them are injured, some of them are not, can't gel properly. Internationals break comes in, and then you fire him because he can't get a good momentum going. It doesn't speak well for management of the club itself either.
O'Neal is asking, what has he done? I think Jamal outlined some of the things that I would have said there, and you are right. Don't forget, Malcolm is going down in the game versus Beaumont. That's true. They were a bit fortunate, but I think on merit though last season, I think Aston Villa was one of the hardest teams to play against. I mean, they did the double over us. And I think City had to get a little easy, cheap win over them because the game was a hard fought win. If I can remember correctly, I think they were a hard team to play against.
Yeah, but they still finished like 10th. And whenever Grealish was out, they dropped points.
Yeah, agreed.
That's
and then
true.
they sold him,
and they sold him, right?
Told him he needs to work with a mediocre team. So, and then you're gonna fire him after that? It's not. I don't think that's fair.
Let me ask you though: do you think it's because of the level of investment or reinvestments, I should say, after the sale of
Well,
Grealish?
of course, the board is gonna have something to answer for. So yes, they'll look at the reinvestment and say, look, we've spent this much after we've let go Grealish, and we've gotten nowhere. But I don't think that they've given him enough time, and like players have been injured, and then there's a stop-start season. We've had 2 or 3 international breaks already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is if you look at the points table, it's just about every team has picked up maybe 2 points just over 2 points a game, which is crazy. Which is that shows the strength in the league. So you can't really fire a manager because all the teams are performing, and you're just trying to find your way in the league.
So Jamal, basically, you think that it's a bit this sacking him was a bit rash.
I would say it's a bit premature. He needed more time.
All right, think about it. Only says, think about it. Who's got into Europe before Villa? They both came up the same time. All right, but okay, I hear you. And he continues. Dean Smith only there so long because he's English. All right, okay. I hear you, O'Neil. I hear you.
2 clubs, 2 different trajectories. You can't compare them to say, they got into Europe ahead of another team. It's
all right. Let's go now. Let's go now to Brighton drew with Newcastle. I don't think there's anything there to talk about. Anybody want to touch on anything there? Or we can move on. Right? Yeah. Crystal Palace Wolves. I want to touch on this because I think Patrick Vieira. Well, then let me not say what I think. Talk to me about what you think Patrick Vieira is doing for Crystal Palace, and whether or not his slow trajectory up the table is sustainable. And where would you think that he will finish then? Just answer all that in your response.
What place in the table they at the moment now?
10th.
They are currently at 10th.
I honestly, at the moment, you have to give him his credit where credit is due. Because, even let's look at Brentford. We were talking about Brentford when they were getting these results. And, Crystal Palace is higher than Brentford and wasn't really getting talked about that much. So I think he deserves the credit. God, what? He managed to beat City. He managed to get a draw against Arsenal. He's been doing good, taking points off of those big teams.
So where would you think that he finished? That Crystal Palace will finish? Somebody else could answer.
If they continue this format within the top 10.
Yeah.
Within the top 10.
This one around 8.
Oh, 8. Oh, that's high. That's high. And that would be a real successful season for Vieira.
I think it happens if they don't get any injury.
Yeah,
it happens probably too if Leicester doesn't pick up any form.
And we won't touch on them too. What does when Eze comes back? Is that a plus?
Yep.
I think so. Yep.
Come back. All right. So let's just shout out Patrick Vieira. Of course, he's an invincible. And just let me spare a word here. Because of that loss yesterday to Liverpool, Arsenal remains yet again the only team that has been invincible. The Prem is the only thing we need to talk about. The only thing we need to talk about. Anything else is not necessary.
Remember 2 teams did it last season.
O'Neil saying 5 L's on the bounce. He got to go. He said Palace 12. He said he not finished higher than 10. And he said 8 too high. Yeah, I agree. I think 8 too high for real. But let's go now. Memphis, I'm coming to you. Because you told us that they were going to win and they were going to go to 5 points this weekend. But then they also, when this news broke, I was like, what's going on?
I mean, they're supposed to fight before the game.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was the manager, they stopped me before the game.
Again.
I would probably go and play one back or something and sell the game.
Well, they went to the game and they won. That's probably why they actually won.
Oh, okay. So Memphis, talk to me now about Norwich and the sacking the manager.
I honestly, I understand why, because it's the same manager who got relegated by them. With them, I mean, they're
Yeah.
gonna happen, looking to do the same thing again, get relegated once again. So his time is up. I'm
Is
surprised
there
it
a
took
lack?
that long to do.
Is there a lack of ambition? Do you think that there is a lack of ambition? Because it seems as if they were content in coming up, going back down, and coming back up again. It didn't seem as if they wanted to push into that, let's say, even between the 12 to 15 place of the Premier League. Do you think Norwich lacks ambition?
I wouldn't say that, because they made a number of signings this season, so I think they actually tried to stay up this time. So just
But it just
because
didn't
this is
work out for them. Just
yeah,
not working out.
they just
You,
All right,
you.
O'Neill is back, and he's saying he deserved to get sacked as well. He's saying.
Just sack everybody then. You lose a game,
Okay.
sack.
Except
So
Oli. Get it right,
let
Jamal.
me throw this in. Let me throw this in. Nuno. Can Nuno pick up any of these jobs and do better than the previous manager was doing?
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Do
Nuno
you think that that's
Teixeira.
a good thing?
Yeah.
He could, but I do think it might be a step below him now.
Yeah, I was
Step
thinking
below.
that.
Well, he's
I'm
not going to
hearing.
go higher though. He's not going to get a higher job though.
Going from Spurs to Aston Villa is the same level, you know.
All right, if you say so.
That's
One is
saying
in
about
Europe. One is in Europe.
the Conference
Look,
League.
call it what they want. They boasting about they boasting about the Thursday nights. They boasting about the Thursday nights. I'm hearing that Brendan Rodgers is going to leave Leicester at the end of the season and go over to United.
Huh?
Yeah,
Now,
so I heard
you
he
don't
agreed
want.
terms.
Would you want him, Memphis?
No.
No. Okay. All right. He's saying, okay, O'Neill is saying here, no need time for cool, don't take any of them jobs. You think so too, Jamal?
Yeah, I think maybe go abroad and come back.
Lampard in talk for Norwich. I think, Suko, let me come to you with this, because this is your ex-manager and one of your legends. But I'm thinking that his name is already in the mud. I mean, it could go either way. He could bring them out and let them finish 16. And
Bring
yeah,
them
he
out.
put some respect on his name. But I know
if Lampard comes and manages Norwich, he'll stay at the bottom. So
Wow.
I don't think. I don't think.
Actually, I prefer Lampard to go to Villa.
Right.
Yeah.
If
That
you're
would
looking at
be
that,
really
I would say so. I can
so.
agree.
Is this a dead job though? Anybody who takes this job, they're gonna get relegated.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
Too much quality in Villa right now.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about
Norwich.
Norwich.
Yeah.
Norwich, yeah.
It's a tough job, and you just
It's
need.
tough, man. Because look, I mean, Newcastle just got Eddie Howe, right? I mean,
Right.
what are the chances he starts? Okay, let's just say he starts to win, pick up some points, and say for example, Burnley looks like they might be they're trying to pick up some points there in between, and that's it for Norwich. If that happens, just saying.
I feel bad though. I feel bad because yes, O'Neill throw out Steve Bruce and you throw out Big Sam. But I'm just like, who goes into a job knowing that? I mean, probably you won't, like in this football job, you probably won't finish any higher than you currently are in the table. I just feel like it's a bad position to be in.
But I think
Not to be a star.
these managers are going into like these relegation jobs. I think they normally have like a clause when they sign a contract. If the team get relegated, then they take on something like that.
No, I think they continue in the championship or something.
Maybe it's in their mind. You know what? Anybody who takes a job at Norwich, let's just get ready for next season in the championship. I think that may have to be the approach.
Well, you say that, but it's only 11 games in, so it's tough to say. Right
Jamal,
now.
you're quite optimistic.
Well, look, it's tough to say in November. You tell someone, look, let's focus on next season. Us 10 months away, you know.
I glad. I wish we could get relegated right now. I don't like that.
You,
No,
you
you
can
have to
scrape
give them,
something
man.
up. You can
You
finish something
won the
up.
trophy after that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
the
that
Jamal.
was that was embarrassing. No.
Oh, what I'm saying is that you can't. I don't think you can tell someone focus on next season when you're only 5 points away from safety. Because I mean, with 5 games to go, 5 points away to safety is something crazy. When teams have come back from that as well.
You're
So
right.
it's
You're
tough
right.
to
I guess
say.
I just don't have that kind of optimism in Norwich.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I don't think anybody would, but you can't tell a manager coming in to say don't have optimism in your team because then everybody can sulk around and then you might as well just fold the team right
You're
now.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's just a
Just
tough
get
job to
that
do.
paycheck and you're good.
And you know what? If you think like that, I think that's a bad way of going into that job. You want let me just get a little money and go and cool.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you take it as work experience as well, it's better than just
To
saying,
put on your CV.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Especially if you escape relegation, Shaq, even better for you.
That would work well. If you save it off. All right, let's touch on the City and United. We had a show about this on the weekend, so we don't really have to touch too much on this. But for those who weren't there, and you want to have anything to say, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and say it. You can go ahead and say it. Yeah. So I mean, like I was saying earlier, this is a embarrassing result for United, and I'm thinking that some fans are still crying for Ole out. Memphis, let me just go to you and then anybody else who has anything to say could just chime in. So we can move on from this quickly. Where does United go from here? Or where no? Because you were supposed to be title contenders. How high do you finish?
Still say top four.
You still think top four.
Yeah.
All right, you still think top four. Anybody disagrees?
Wait. We're talking about United, right?
Yeah, Manchester United.
Top four with Ole still in charge.
I say no, regardless. I said
So
the highest hierarchy needs to change, not just early.
but you still think he'll finish top four this season.
Yeah.
Top four.
So you think
Okay.
there's only 3 teams better than you at the moment in the league.
It's not about who's better. It's about who gets points.
Well,
Because
the
I
best
finished
team-
second
best
last
team
year
usually
and I
gets
was in the second
points.
best team.
Last year, what? The second best team?
I finished second and I was in the second best team.
Okay, fair enough.
So let me go ahead, more.
I was just saying, you see the thing with United, they have, they still have Ronaldo. That we know he's always going to get up there and find some way to score goals. And United still has a good team, of these caliber of players. And we intend them to get a result, So, I mean, I will still put them top four to fight for fourth place at least. So between fourth and fifth.
Okay. I guess. Okay. Go ahead.
Let's see, by the end of first round, they probably would be like maybe 9, 8 points off fourth place. Because the way they're going now, as I say, they still got Chelsea to meet. They still got Arsenal to meet. They still got a couple big teams to meet, right? So depends on how they finish their first round. Going to determine how they're going to finish in the table end of season. Because we all know the league really starts in January, February. That's where you know who's going to finish where and wherever. Except for Leicester City, because Brendan Rodgers is a real battler.
Okay, Jaleel is constant. Jaleel is consistent. He's saying Ole out. He's saying stop the manager. O'Neill is saying Jose 81 points might be goated. They got some easy fixtures after Chelsea though. So Memphis, let me be clear just before we move on. You're saying in response to what Jamal asked, you're saying with Ole at the wheel, you still think that top four is possible.
Yeah.
Okay. And with someone else comes in, you get third, fourth, third, second. No, that's how
It's
you
still
read.
top four.
Let me
So when you say with Ole top four is not fourth you're talking about? You're talking about higher than fourth?
Not dead fourth. In my thing I said Chelsea first, City second. So third, fourth is up for grabs.
Oh, you think third, fourth is up for grabs? Okay. All
So
right.
you're
Okay.
finishing. So and like that, I don't know, because right now the top three set: Chelsea, City, Chelsea, Liverpool.
I don't think so.
Honestly,
The top three
that,
is
that
set.
that's just the
The
top
top
three
three,
right now.
the top three is West
Everybody
Ham
else is
now.
gonna fight for four.
Yeah, I keep saying that teams do this and that. This team have big team to play. These big teams dropping points against little teams.
Yeah.
I realize.
But United
Everything is
still
right.
dropping points against these little teams as well.
Yeah, you too. Anybody can drop
How
points.
often?
I mean, how often?
It's
Well,
I think,
two
I think the
games I
table
drop
shows
points.
it.
exactly.
game you
The
drop
Crystal
table
points?
Palace
currently
and
shows how often.
Southampton.
The table
Just
currently
2
shows
games you
how
drop
often.
points.
The
Against
table
little
shows that
teams.
United dropping more points than City.
But
So
let me
go
Okay,
ahead.
before we go on,
just say
one thing, man.
the what?
Go.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Monty.
Yeah. The thing that might help Manchester United in January is the fact that African Cup of Nations. That's the only thing that might help Manchester United in this quest for top four. Because I think Salah, Mane, I think Aubameyang. Well, Mahrez leaving for City, but
Pepe.
that Mahrez leaving. City have
Zaha.
like eight more guys to go up in there. So, but mostly it more dampen Liverpool than any of the rest big teams, to be honest. So that's the only thing that might help Manchester United. Yeah, finish.
All right. Okay. More you wanted to go? I read the comments.
Oh yeah, I was saying, just to like a job. I see most jobs going to Ollie, and it's deserved also. But I think that these players need some wicked job at them also, because you cannot tell me that professional football players, these big name players, are like on the field like they lackluster and not even doing anything. Cause look at the past games and so like they don't even look like they're interested in playing.
I hear you. I hear you more,
I
and
said
that's
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 honesty.
fact.
Moy, let me
That's what I
answer you.
keep saying.
Andre.
Let me answer you, Moy. And this is what I've been saying for the past couple of weeks. And until somebody really analyze what I'm saying, you're not gonna get it. Yes, Moy, the players have to get some jobs as well. Yes. But then again, as I always say, look at all the top managers in the Premier League. The Contes, the Guardiolas, the Klopps, even the Brendan Rodgers. These guys are on the sideline, barking instructions, shouting at their players, just getting crazy angry when for the slightest mistake. Even more, you said it, when Rodri wasn't even doing what he's supposed to do. You see Pep like drilling him, and then after he start, catch yourself. Ole isn't doing that. When United losing or down, you see Ole there whispering in Carrick ears. Like how you can you as a coach. Okay, if you're in the training session, you tell the players this is how we're gonna play. You see things going wrong, or you see the players not doing what you're doing on the training session. You go on the sideline and you start barking and you start getting at them, make them know, hey, what are you guys doing? Like this is craziness, But Ole isn't doing that. So like, yes, some jobs go to the players, yes, but then again, it comes down to the manager. Because to me, he's just comfortable with whatever is going on out there. Because he's just sitting with his one foot over the next foot, whispering in Carrick ears, whispering in what next one, Neville ears, whispering in the assistant coach ears.
It's
Like
not Neville. It's
what?
McKenna.
I mean, to say,
Whatever.
right, I know that's a plus, right? That you want to see your managers vocal because when they vocal like that, it actually looks like they're doing their job. But we let's remember that everyone has different personalities, right? And I put the blame equally on everyone because even if Ollie is not doing that, I think there's leaders in each and every team that's supposed to be able to step up when the team is not playing good and try to drive the team forward at least. Because even Seth, let's look at what? Let's look at Arsenal. When Shaka was the captain, we see Shaka getting railed up whatsoever, try to drive forward the team, and so forth.
Yeah, but look who's my captain.
Jamal, you
I
wanted
mean,
to respond.
right,
Yeah,
Jamal.
there's might be too many characters in that team and egos because imagine Ole shouting at Ronaldo or Pogba, and they just saying, "Look, I'm not doing what you want to do." What's going to happen at that point? Plus, I think it's also experience in which Ole doesn't have. You call it all the other managers that Munchie called does not have multiple years of experience behind them managing different egos, managing different types of players, ages of players. Whereas Ole is given a team where arguably you could say have some of the biggest egos in England at the moment, and a superstar who sometimes I can see on the field does more coaching than Ole does from the sideline, which shouldn't happen. So I do think that it's more of experience and the egos in which he does not want to clash because if he clashes with them, he loses the dressing room, and that's his job.
Do this
That's a
job.
fair point.
Right. Jaleel said United with Ole not finishing top four. He's thinking ninth, and I think O'Neil is saying Mendy for Chelsea. He's going away on African Cup of Nations. What he changed different than what go on now. Jaleel continues. Okay, y'all said this last year with Chelsea and Tuchel coming. Chelsea looks so much better. More these players get cursed every week except Maguire.
Except
Chelsea
who?
on the Lampard mistake after mistake. So that's a lie. Okay. Um Jaleel is saying after Tuchel came in, they stopped. Why? He's saying it's called coaching. That's why. So he's on the point where coaching matters. Of course, coaching matters. And I don't think
Yeah,
Moy is not saying that coaching doesn't matter. But and I think I agree with Moy because players can do certain things. There's a certain level that you must play at. That I don't think you need a coach to tell you what and what not to do for you to be successful. All right, Bailey made one mistake, they sub him. Lord, I'm going to make mistakes every weekend. Tuchel come in and all kind of awkward man a play and look good. And all the
They
friends
look
in the
good
media
because he
not
changed
calling
the
him out.
system.
I think that this is the point there. Yeah,
And
all the friends in the media
they
not
are
calling him
calling
out.
him out. Neville
yeah.
called him out. Ferdinand called him
But
out. Scholes called him out.
Barkley,
Roy Keane called him out.
Memphis, what were you
okay.
saying about system?
Yeah, when
Let me
Tuchel
just
came
finish
in,
here then, Memphis.
Chelsea
Let me
played
just
the whole.
finish off this
Okay.
comment. Chelsea can them whole team and look the same. Nobody that name Ole. Okay. Why boy? As soon as Aaron met three changes, we look like Norwich. Okay, when Neville call out Ole, that's the question. Okay,
What do
Memphis,
you
yeah.
mean we never
Respond
call
to
out
what Jamal
Ole?
was on. Go ahead.
Oh, but I was saying when Tuchel came in, he changed the system to suit the players that Chelsea had.
Exactly. Is Ole doing that?
I mean, it was suggested that he play a back three, and now look, it ain't fit.
Okay, yeah, but does he have the? Okay. Here's where players for the system. Is he changing the system to appease the team or the individual players?
Well, to be fair, I think he changes the system to avoid losing.
Okay.
And that's where he goes wrong. Like he's supposed to try and get the best out of what he has, which is
He said in his
remember
press conference
when
on
the season when they
Saturday.
signed Bruno and Pogba came back from injury.
Yeah.
That system is the system you should have stuck with. With
Which
the
is what
the, the
before.
one CDM and Pogba
Okay.
and Bruno having the ball in front. And the front three rotate. That system United look good. And they were scoring all these ton of goals, and everyone's like, "Oh, United's front three scored more than Liverpool's front three."
I heard him
And
saying on
then,
Saturday in
and
the
then
press
I
conference
think
that he
guess who they
wants.
lost against? Then they lost what the semi-final of the Europa League, change whole system.
I guess he's scared. All right. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. Leeds Leicester. Talk about that goal. I don't think there's much to talk about. Because Leicester, I don't know what to say about Leicester and what to say about Rodgers because the team stop and start right now. Where are they in the table? Let me look. Leicester is 12. Leicester is 12. All right, and Leeds not doing too well either. They're in 15th. They're in 15th. So okay, cool man. All right, so let's jump on. Let's jump down at Everton Spurs. Nothing happened there. I guess the only thing that whether or not you think Everton should have had a penalty, but nothing really there. Did we touch on Chelsea Burnley? Let's touch on Chelsea Burnley. So where you drop points? You had
we had ton of chances, and that was it, man. When like I saw we're not passing 1-0, like we should have been out of sight by a certain time. These are the kind of sticky games that you just know that opposition nick a goal, that's it, 2 points drop. You have this kind of game, so that was one of those games.
You think it would have been different if you had Lukaku or Werner?
Possibly. I mean, on other days, I believe Hudson-Odoi finishes probably one of the chances that he had, the one that flashed across goal. I mean, he's been in pretty good form so far. One of those chances goes in, probably you come away with the 3 points, right? But it's just like the defense was just like they were just overconfident at the time that when that ball went in at the back, they all just played for offside. and then they equalize, right? And that's it.
Right.
2 points drop, just like that.
2 points drop, but you're still. Let me see. You are still how many points ahead? 3 points ahead. 3 points behind City. 3 points behind West Ham. 4 points in front of Liverpool, and 6 points in front of Arsenal. I should put that in. And Joe, you're here with us. You have impeccable timing because we're just about to touch on the Arsenal Watford game. Now, Joe, I really wanted you to be here because you said a couple weeks ago, I think maybe when we were on that poor run, when everybody thought that we were going to get relegated, I just put that there too. And now we are in front of most of them. Let me just put that in there too. All right. You said that you judge Arteta after 10 games. All right. Where are you now? He played his 11 game. He managed his 100 game yesterday. Where are you now with in reference to Arteta?
I'm back in. My manager. After the 10 games, as I said, after the 10 games, right? You can't. Even if you were Arteta out after that run, I mean, you have to at least be on the fence. Because if you really think about it, both him and Edu said, let us complete the transfer business. Let us bring in the players we want. Let us get them into the squad and then begin to judge us. And I don't think any of us can say that any of the signings that they've brought in have been bad. All of the signings that they've brought in have individually made a difference. For example, and probably the biggest one of those being Ramsdale in goal because of that whole, the leadership and all the extra energy behind it, the constant encouragement, all of that. Ramsdale makes such a big difference because if you really check it out, for example, when we had the game against Watford after Aubameyang missed the penalty, right? When shortly after we conceded a corner and Watford were going to set up to take their corner, and Ramsdale came out of the goal and went to Aubameyang and basically said to him yo, don't worry about that, brush that off, and they ran back into the goal. You don't see those things. You would never see that from Leno. Last season, after Aubameyang misses that penalty, we probably lose the game because the whole team gets deflated.
You're right, Joe.
Yeah, the whole team gets deflated. So you have to give them credit. The signings they've brought in are doing good. They slaughtered Ben White after the Brentford game. Brentford, Ben White had a hell of a game yesterday, and I mean,
Been having
since
a
since
Yeah,
the
I think.
run begun, he's been having a very good game, and I think he's been getting better game by game. You know, Gabriel
Yeah,
still
he and
underrated.
Gabriel, like, they
Still
have a very good
underrated.
understanding right
I
now.
mean,
Yeah,
let me just throw it because I'm throwing in a lot of things tonight. I've been singing Gabriel's praises for a while now. I'm just letting y'all know this is the same Gabriel, and this is the same Ben White. This is the same Ben White. That boy that next to Moy was crying down.
the
Same Ben
fifty
White.
million dollar, the fifty
Yes,
million
that
dollar
same boy.
ways to buy it.
That same boy right in the middle, the one below Jamal. Jamal, let me come to you and let me ask you this question: what
Who
is
is
a
Ben
good
White?
season? What is a good season for Arsenal?
Look, a fantastic season would be to finish top four, anywhere above fourth. A good season, I'd say between six is a good season, I think.
6 is a good season.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you say based on form, and we just have to say it.
Okay.
If injuries,
If I was to take a snapshot right now, they're
right,
not 6 teams better than Arsenal in the league right now at the moment. So 5th place easily.
5th place. Okay, all right. That's fair assessment. Fair assessment, guys. And we're going to touch on this Liverpool, the Liverpool loss right now. Really, everybody isn't everybody better than Maguire. I feel slightly disrespected that you're putting Gabriel and you're putting him next to Maguire. I feel slightly
I
disrespected. All
No,
right.
I
thank you
think
for not
I
allowing
think
players what
Arsenal
players
will
in this.
Okay.
Sha, I think
Go
Arsenal
ahead.
will finish. I think Arsenal will finish 10. All shade
10th.
intended to Jamal. Y'all know what I'm
Look,
talking about.
look. I am saying the top four is on the cards. And if West
Yeah,
Ham,
but
if West Ham is in third, I'm saying third is on the cards. I'm just really looking at injuries. I'm really looking at injuries, and of course, when African Cup of Nations come around and we lose Partey, we lose Abba.
Yeah.
It could go downhill. Other teams are losing players too, so we may be able to capitalize, or we can fall further behind. Munchie,
Wait,
let me ask
yeah,
you this.
City
I need
losing
to.
Mahrez.
Yeah, but Liverpool losing both Salah and Mane.
Hmm.
And
And
money.
money, and
Yep.
money.
But
But
sure,
you have to look at their run of games too. If it's something that they can, just
they can
because
get
you know
through.
what,
Yeah.
I've been hearing, guys. Sorry, I think this is the players may have to leave as early as Boxing Day,
yeah, they have to leave like right after a game or something. I
with
think.
quarantine and all that, so they can get ready for the tournament. This is madness.
Crazy.
Yeah,
This is
Crazy.
City
madness.
losing
But sure,
Mahrez is going to be so painful for City. Like,
I
so
Okay,
just
you
painful.
really just you
It's
really
going to be
just
a big
want to
loss.
talk. You really just want to talk. Arsenal should be okay with injuries, with injuries, less games than last couple of years. That's
sure.
key.
But I just want to highlight something. While we're
Go ahead,
talking
bro.
the Maguires and all the other centre backs, I just want to highlight that Gabriel Magalhaes was bought for $25 million. That's it.
Put write that down, guys. Write that
25,
down.
$25 million.
Okay. And you know what? He's still 23 years old. Put
And I
that
You
to
have
your
think,
the
head.
I
Joe.
think
You have the
Brazil,
paperwork to
I
show.
think Brazil call him up for the internationals too.
Yes,
Sorry, I
he's
don't
been
have
Yeah,
called up.
so I think
stats
that's
to
true.
Shout
back
out
it.
to Smith Rowe. He's been called up as well.
Yeah.
Because of
Okay.
injuries.
Monchi, not because of injuries, not because of injuries,
He
because he could
deserved
have
it still
chosen
though.
somebody else too.
Man was still robbed even
So
if he
okay,
ain't
so let
make
me
it in
ask
this.
Munchie,
No,
let me
I'm
ask
just
you.
playing, son.
You
He
said
deserves it.
in our chat, and I wanted to be quick because I didn't want us to go over an hour. But Munchie, you said in our chat that you take the West Ham players over the United players right now. Was that just hindsight talking, or you think that they're of better quality than the United players?
That was nice. I was being honest. Like, as I say, currently, because you can even ask this in the comments. How much the United fans would take a Sushek Rice pairing over a McFred pairing? How much of the United fans would take a Bowen over a Mason Greenwood right now?
No, none of
You
them.
understand what I'm saying?
No,
I tend to disagree as well. I'd say you're thinking about form and people who have class. United players are just off form, all of them. If they're hitting, they're one of the top.
That's why I say right. Sorry to cut Jamal. That's why I say right now. I'm not talking about overall as a players. I'm talking about right now, because right now that Bo and Foreigners relationship, it's clicking. These guys have end product, and that's the thing. When these guys get in the final third, it's either a shot, something is creating. Like when you watch Greenwood right now, when he cuts inside, is top stance to the moon. Neil Armstrong catching his balls. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So that's what, so Jamal, I'm saying, but I'm just saying right now, presently, I would.
I hear you.
Okay, Jaleel is agreeing with you, Munchie. Suchek and Rice. He said he would take Suchek and Rice over McFred. O'Neal is dying with laugh. He said not Bowen, not no Bowen. Right now we can ever say Bowen better than Greenwood. He said, yeah, you gotta be on drugs with that one. All right, guys, here's what I wanted to get to. All right, here's what I wanted to get to. Let's try and do it. Let's go to our team of the week. Let's say we're picking the goalkeeper. Who would be our goalkeeper of the week?
Tim Krul, I think, made some crucial saves for Norwich.
Definitely Darby Edison.
All right,
Hello.
so who would it be?
Can't you behave for once?
Okay, so we have Tim Krul. Anybody else? Any nomination?
No. Unpopular opinion. You know who's the goalkeeper? De Gea.
Yeah.
De Gea with a better defense.
Okay, De Gea. We have a De Gea in the comments as well. Super, where you stand? How about Pope?
Pope? Yeah, I think that's a good shot for him.
Nicky, of course.
Yeah.
So you go. Jaleel is going Pope. Jaleel is saying Pope. I see some De Gea. Okay, we need to pick one. If you could pick one, De Gea or Pope, guys.
De Gea, buddy. De Gea saving shots both from his team and other teams. Come on.
Okay, he win then. Okay, he win. Okay, De Gea. All right, let's do the defense. Let's run a 4-back.
Cancelo left back.
4-3-3. We can do 4-3-3. So let's go right back.
Right back.
Reece James.
Reece.
Yeah, did he not assist the goal?
Reece James.
Reece James.
Yeah, Reece James.
All right, let me write these down. So we said De Gea. And we said James.
Right back.
Okay. The centre back, 2 centre backs.
Zuma has to be in there for one.
Ben White and Zuma.
White. One of the Arsenal defenders at least.
Yeah. Ben White and Zuma.
Ben White, Zuma. Okay, the comments here. Okay, he was on smoke that day. Okay, someone saying. Okay, wait. Let me do this one first. Trent, Zuma, Gabriel, Cancelo. Okay, we have James, Zuma, Gabriel, Cancelo. Okay, so Zuma's consistent. With us too. So let's just put in Zuma.
2 Gabriels, but the thing is, I think that for that we're going off of the games this weekend, and Gabriel was the better. Not Gabriel, sorry, Ben White was the better defender. Ben White ranks number 1 in everything.
Okay, so we go. So we lacking in White.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'd go with
lacking White. And I think Cancelo is no one can debate Cancelo. Right. Okay. So the midfield 3.
Rodri to start.
Yeah, Fox.
I think.
Okay.
Rodri.
There's a Rodri right here too.
Rodri was freestyling in that midfield against United.
I would go with Rodri, Bernardo, and I would go with Maitland Niles.
No, Pana. One City player, please. Pick one.
Oh,
Pick one. Rodri, Bernardo, choose one.
Team of the week.
Bro, you had other midfielders that deserve a shout. Don't be unfair, man. Come on.
Rodri.
I played.
Okay, wait.
Maitland Niles in there for
Declan Rice.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's
wait.
about Rice now.
Rodri
Rice.
Smith
You
or
have,
Declan Rice.
okay, we getting some conflict. We getting some conflicts. We know Rodri. We
Mhm.
know Rodri and we know Rice. Fear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I can work with that.
Okay, Rodri and Rice.
You didn't put
Okay,
Fornals over Rice
I would put Fornals in the front three though.
on the front three.
On the front three.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Rodri,
In the
Rice,
front here.
and okay, so it's between Ainsley, Bernardo, and who I'm hearing Smith as well.
Yeah.
For me personally, I go Rice,
Mm.
Rodri. Rice, Rodri, I can't. It pains me. You know what? Rice, Rodri, Ainsley, Maitland, that.
Yeah, it's only fair. Yo, and listen, Ainsley is the one player for me that I think throughout this entire weekend of all the midfielders in the entire league, Ainsley is the one player that had probably the most underrated game because
Right.
he was just so silent with it, and then
I had big shoes to fill to draw.
the man of the
It's
match.
because you all feel sorry for him now. That's why you know. And you finally get to
Okay,
play the
so we
position
can
you
No,
like.
but
so we locking in Ainsley
it's up to the
or
panel. Up to the panel.
Bernardo. Y'all talk to me. Bernardo's not a bad shout.
We can
Is the
play.
Arsenal me said is the
Hey,
We
Arsenal
can
me
play
said
hey,
four in the
listen.
midfield then.
I changed my
Yo,
mind, Sha.
Eddie.
I changed my mind.
Well,
I'm
four in the
going.
midfield.
I'm going with what O'Neill is going with. I
Yeah,
completely forgot about
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Conor
I
Gallagher.
put it
Okay,
in Gallagher.
Yeah, like
honestly, right? How it's looking right now throughout the game week? Can we throw three outright forwards up in there? Because I think midfields dominate this game week.
Yeah,
so
facts.
you want put okay, you want put 4-5-1? Because then you can, even if we change that, then where do you put Fornals? Where do you put Jared Bowen?
In
Yeah.
midfield.
Let's leave it at the 4-3-3 and let's just make some tough decisions. We know who we doing. We know could did Bernardo have a better game than Rodri?
No, he didn't.
No.
Yo, yo,
Bernardo, no, don't get
yo.
me wrong no
Yo.
more. Bernardo had a good game, right? But boss, Rodri was boss in the midfield.
Okay, I
But,
hear you all now, but you know, there's a thing
okay.
that
Okay,
Bernardo,
Noah.
right? With Bernardo, he's that.
Yo.
I'm not backing him or anything. I'm just saying that Bernardo is that type of player because he doesn't really have the goals and the assists. He's like goes on the radar, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he was very vital in that game. But I see your point with these other players.
Okay. So we haven't come to a decision yet.
Yeah,
I
but
know it would
boy,
be hard and it's
but
fun.
if you as a City fan, if you had to choose one, you're presenting the man of the match. Who do you give it to? Rodri or Bernardo?
I would have I would have given it to Bernardo. I'm honestly feeling Bernardo. Bernardo has been the engine of City, you know.
mhm.
But I've been crying for Rodri good game too, you know. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Rodri
okay.
game kind of went on the radar because
Mm-hmm.
it was mostly a City dominated game.
Fair
No,
enough.
Yeah.
for
That's
me, Bernardo has to be in there.
yeah. The reason
Bernardo,
I'd give Bernardo because like
and he's saying
he
this
did
here.
more in the game. And okay,
Mhm.
Rodri is just spraying passes, but Bernardo is linking up the play from offense to defense. He's been just running circles around Manchester United. He got his
Tracking
goal.
back as well.
He even set up his own goal.
Yeah, he
He
set up
was
his
the one
goal,
who actually passed it to Cancelo
The
and
Cancelo.
then and then
and
made
get
that
in the
run.
box and squeeze it in.
Yeah, but
You
Monchi,
know?
say one, say two. Rodri is who gave them the freedom to do all of that. Rodri was having
Good,
such a
You're
good
right.
game that he gave
that's a
them the
good
freedom.
point
Buddy,
there.
Edison
Okay,
could have played with what he played and had that same game.
Okay, yo, wait, I'm done.
okay,
No, I'm not
okay.
even joking.
Super,
No,
you
literally,
quiet up
I'm
there.
not
Super, give
joking.
me
I'm not
your three.
laughing.
Give me your
In
three.
the midfield,
Right.
in the midfield,
He's the
I
head
would
coach.
say Rodri. Um, I think Gallagher has a pick in there.
Facts.
Um,
I
and
mean, it's been consistent.
yeah, and I want to agree with Bernardo Silva. That's the three.
Jamal. Jamal, can we lock in? Can we lock in Rodri and Bernardo?
Like, I'd say go for it, but if it's causing such a confusion, who are the three up top? Because we can easily just put Bernardo up top.
Okay.
That's a shout. That's a shout.
Put him on the right.
That's a shout.
Okay. All right. So let's put Bernardo. Let's leave Bernardo and let's put him at the top. So we still have So we have Rodri. So we have two places to fill. And I'm saying
Gallagher.
So
Gallagher.
Shaq,
Gallagher for me.
where you gonna put a man like Fornals?
Fornals up top for me.
On the left.
So then you already
On the
have
left.
So that means you already have two of the front three.
Yeah.
Because you
No,
got
Personally, I would go with Bowen over Fornals. Is that cut?
Yeah.
Nonsense, stupid Richard.
No, I go with Fornals.
Fornals
So
are the
go
goal
Fornals.
and assist now, according
I
to
go with
Fantasy
Fornals.
Premier League now.
Yeah, but I think Bowen had 2 assists.
Yeah, one or two assists as well.
Bowen had 2 assists as well. So,
At 12 points,
I guess
Fornals
we can't go
gave
wrong.
you.
Yeah,
But
true.
when you
Pardon?
put them both,
Okay, so the front three, we gonna go back to the midfield. So the front three that I would put is Bernardo, Fornals, and Armstrong.
From Southampton. Okay.
Was there any other forward that scored a goal this weekend?
No,
Yeah,
most of the goals came from.
score this week.
But he's a winger. He's not
Yeah.
categorized as a forward.
Hey, we forget. I'm sorry, but we forget to put in a centre back. Oh, you can forget Ronaldo at centre back.
Yeah, true.
It was just
No,
a joke.
you know what? I'm not saying we should put him in. I'm not saying we should put him in because who we have at centre backs are pretty good. But Salisu from Southampton, I think he had an excellent game versus Villa. Just 1 point. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go with the front three: Bernardo, Fornals, and Armstrong.
Wait there, Salisu is
Armstrong
the young
Armstrong
defender
iffy for
from
me, yeah.
Southampton.
You what?
Salisu is a young defender from Southampton.
I don't know his age, but I know he played for Southampton.
Because I think I read something about some Southampton player only got dribbled past once so far for the season or something like that.
Maybe him. Maybe him.
maybe
Yeah,
Liverpool too.
They might get
Okay, so Joyce saying Armstrong is iffy.
Armstrong iffy for me. Okay, yeah, he scored a goal. He had a good game, but the man even played a full 90 minutes. So,
Okay. So what name you throwing there?
But Shaq, you're right. Who are the forwards
That's a hard
score?
question.
From my forwards to front, they didn't even get a shot on target or something.
That may say Aubameyang missed penalty.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, Kai Havertz scored.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
not a terrible. She's not a terrible show, no.
Okay.
Not a bad show, no.
For me, I'm leaving Armstrong. Anybody have a problem with that? A problem. No problem, then we rock with it. And we can get back to the midfield because we have 5 minutes to finish the midfield.
Well,
Midfield.
I think the midfield was set, right? We had Rodri,
Gallagher.
Rodri Rice and Gallagher?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I have a serious question. Is it possible if you play bench boost for this team of the week?
Facts.
Yeah, we need to. Okay. You know what? Let's leave it. So we have De Gea in goal, Reece James, Zuma and Ben White, Cancelo, Rodri, Rice, Gallagher, Bernardo, Fornals, and Armstrong.
Bro, I can't rock with the Armstrong.
Okay.
So what you want to rock with? And don't tell me Havertz because I just think that you're saying that because he have a name.
No, Havertz is a good shout, no man. Havertz had a good game.
I don't think so.
But however, here's what. Although they didn't win, I still think Rafinha is a shout for the front line.
Shaq,
I
what do
didn't
you
watch
think
the
about
game.
Ben Foster for Watford? Save a penalty and a fight.
Yo, that's true.
Oh, fuck.
He had a good game. You saw the save from Gabriel's header.
Yep.
Yeah, facts.
Man had 5 saves just
Buddy.
like the game.
Yeah, facts.
Watford defenders didn't try score and Ben Foster. Okay? the gear is indefinitely. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, facts.
No two ways about it. Okay.
Yo, Shaq, you can pull up the one from Fantasy because I
First
think
step
it's
for
still at
bench
like the end of
boost.
the week and see how they had it to see how we like compare.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
well, here.
Shearer did one, and Shearer's own was Pope, James, Salisu, Ben White, Cancelo. He had Konate, not Konate, Kuyate. Kuyate. He had
Kuyate
Norman
He had the
from
guy from Norwich.
Norwich. Yeah, Norman
Yeah.
from Norwich.
No man.
And he had Gallagher. He had Bernardo, Bowen. No, he had Bernardo, Farners, and Armstrong.
No, so you got with the same front three basically. Yo, here. I will rest my Armstrong case due to the fact that while Havertz is
Yeah,
a
and,
good shot, Armstrong
and
is
only
good
not
every
only
result.
Jillian is saying something there. So you can check that comment. We can bring that one there.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with Jalil because Armstrong
Right.
got result. So,
Okay, just for a minute. Just for a minute. Okay, so we will give just hands down. We'll give David Moyes manager of the week. I don't think we have to dispute that.
yeah.
So
Facts.
let me leave it because I was going to try and make a case for Ainsley, but let's leave it. So let's leave it. So our team is De Gea, James, Zuma, White, Cancelo, Rodri, Rice, Gallagher, Bernardo, Farners, Armstrong.
Yeah.
Okay, we good.
And Suko as manager. I agree.
Sukra?
Yeah.
No man, we go with Crystal. We go with Crystal.
I'm just going to go along with the masses with the Armstrong team, but the Armstrong they sit right in me, boss. But we move.
Yeah, boy. Joe is like that one board member. He's just trying to get that one person out.
Okay, fellas, good talk. Anything else that we'd like to say before the end? Any comments on the weekend? From the weekend?
Shaq, I wanted to say right after Moy.
Oh, I was
Moy,
just saying
yeah.
RIP to us after for the 2 weeks of international football break.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I figure what we're doing.
Yeah, Shaq, what I wanted to ask, right? What do you think now with Conte coming in? I mean, you'll look at probably the game on the weekend, the 3-4-3 system that he plays. Region more involved now. Harry Kane hopefully a little more up top.
Well, Suko, you know what I think about Tottenham. You know that's not gonna change.
Battered.
Everywhere they go. And wait a month, you never answer the man now.
Sorry.
So yeah, mate. So, but I do think that we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a better Tottenham. We should see a better Tottenham. Let me put it out. I'm glad that I'm done play them before they hit some kind of form, and we'll see how it goes. Although I think they're lucky to get a draw on the weekend. So I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Munch.
Yeah, they were.
So according to that weekend game with Tottenham, they didn't register a shot on target.
Nope.
Harry Kane still defend indeed.
Yeah.
So with that,
one goal.
with that comment that Suku made is like, okay, Conte came in, do a new system, but yet still it's not up front. Yeah, they kept the clean sheet, which they've been struggling to do. But if you don't score goals, you're not gonna win.
Right. Yeah.
Not unless you're Manchester United, score against yourself, but yeah.
All right, fellas.
I'm going epic.
That was a Jamal.
It'll take Tottenham a while to get going.
Yeah.
I don't think the players are used to that system. So as soon as maybe after Christmas, they'll start.
Hey Jamal, when the season done, may I look for you now. When you see City lift that cup, they're gonna look for you now, Jamal.
Wait, which one are you lifting? Which one are you lifting?
The Premier League and Champions League.
Both.
Wait, what?
All right, man. So you
Hey, no.
It's about to get wild.
When they lift none, when they lift none.
Clip that.
Wait till
Yo,
I'm not clip Bunchy.
Pep,
Not clip Bunchy. I have to get the clip with more than
Look
Bunchy.
at this. Yo, listen. That must not even have a striker, but I lifting 2 trophies this season. 2 of the biggest trophies, yeah? All right.
Wait. This man just shots it to having a striker. How much trophy we win last season without a striker? But that's cool. If you go trophy less according to Jamal, right? And the space is he waiting on the end of the season.
get your,
Mhm.
hey, you know what happened, Mike? When the wrong say February, March hit, and I had like 13, 14 pints lead, you can say, fellas,
14 points lead or what?
That's a 14
What?
point lead.
Can't
Alright.
be the Premier League.
On Chelsea.
Where's Muko data?
Oh,
Like I said,
No.
I had Chelsea to win the league.
Munchie, before Shaq say you don't have to be clipped because last time when he was calling for Jamal to be clipped, they did not clip Jamal. Okay,
No, I
so
don't
they
know.
can't try
I
to
was
clip you.
too slow. I was too slow. It was me. I
Well,
was
you're
too
too
slow.
slow
I
now.
apologize.
It's time for the
But
show to
let me
finish.
just
We
say,
went
let me just
overtime.
share my last 2 cents from the weekend.
yeah, like
Do
more try to
I,
protect Monkey.
yeah. I'm part of them. I'm part of them. Be City fan. I'm just saying, guys. When you see Arsenal is getting up there winning the league, then I don't want anybody to come and say what Arsenal do. Remember, you heard it here first. I said it a couple months ago that we would be up there. I was laughed at. I was ridiculed. I was laughed at. I was ridiculed. But God, we are on the up.
Shaq, where's the nothing gone into it? It's just all.
It's you settle down. You settle. It's just the all we are right now, bro.
Bold, italic, everything.
Yeah, no, seriously, no, man. Look, I'm saying to you guys in all honesty, no injuries, and I think if we come 5th, that'll be a poor season.
A poor, you said?
A
What?
poor season or a good
Yeah.
season?
Poor.
Oh, okay.
Poor.
I'd
POOR.
Well,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, right? I
No
think
more injuries
No,
for Shaka.
yeah, I think we make Europa League, and I think that's a good season for me personally.
Yep.
Because then, say one, say two. Are we going to go into the transfer window after and then splash again? And we're gonna get rid of Lacazette. Lacazette is going to leave. Aubameyang is going to go into his last year in the following year now.
Yeah.
His contract. Are we going to go into the market and splash now? Because it still makes no sense to go qualify for the Champions League just to go in and get knocked back out.
And get slapped. Yeah.
Like
And you are going to get Haaland.
baby
Joe, they
steps.
have the template. They have the template there, Joe. We've made some really good signings. They've worked.
Yeah. But we still need to
So,
get rid of some.
I don't see why they won't.
We still have people.
Yeah, I don't see why they won't give them more money to invest.
Well,
Mm.
we need to.
But
finish
wait, so wait,
the
you saw
Let's
Go ahead, Jamal.
you saw the rumor about what's his name again? Vlahovic, whatever you pronounce his name.
Vlahovic?
The striker.
Yeah, I'll
Vlahovic.
see.
And this,
Oh,
I'm
and
still
this
rocking
thing
with
that
Isaac, though.
there was some weird rumor that Arsenal is willing to pay the $80 million asking price.
Mad, fam.
Fuck.
I won't mind Isaac.
That's
But
another.
that's
That's another mistake. I'd say that's another mistake on. Let me not call his name, but on a level that we've made before.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I agree,
better
I'm
not
with you.
call anybody name that because if you call a name, I'm gonna like it's gonna be a problem. I want to prolong the show. And me and Joe followed for that the other day.
That's why I'm not calling names.
Me and Joe followed for something like that the other day. So guys, good talk. All right, good talk, and it was a good weekend. As you see, we had such a problem picking the team of the week. Go ahead, Munch.
A big shout out. Before we leave, a big shout out. Jadon Sancho still leading with most clean sheet. The likes of Edison, the Allisons, the Mendy's.
But how we get clean
I'm
sheet,
telling
Joe?
you, bro.
Angie, James Bond
You know,
movie
has
had
12,
just released.
he knows that
released, right?
11. Yeah. Now has 11.
11 clean sheets.
Yo, James Bond movie had just released, right? They put it to start on
Yeah,
the
11
man,
clean
007.
sheets.
Yeah. You see that? Yeah, Sanchez 007.
Appearances, 007. Oh, boy.
Yo, all right, fellas, good talk. We come
Oh,
again.
boy.
We should come again, organize something because there's no games to preview, but we should
Yeah.
organize something to talk about again on Thursday. So we
Yeah.
see you guys again on Thursday. Good talk,
Thank
fellas.
you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel
Oh,
and hit the
Joe.
notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.